Is Rishi Sunak about to win the next election by scaling back net zero? Net zero was due to hit the poorest the hardest. And if Keir Starmer had said, hey, I can't justify making the working class poorer, then I think he'd romp home. But he didn't. Instead, he's talking about Brexit, he's shaking Emmanuel Macron's hand, he's thinking about taking more asylum seekers. Well, Rishi Sunak has just come in with an out-and-out vote winner. Now, I have been saying for years that we should have a referendum on net zero, and now we might have a de facto one at the next election. Sunak is reportedly about to slow down the ban on new petrol and diesel cars. He's expected to drop plans for new energy efficiency targets for private rented homes after ministers considered imposing fines on landlords who fail to upgrade their properties. He's set to announce no new taxes to discourage flying and no new policies to change people's diets or encourage carpooling. I wonder if there'll be another rabbit out of the hat when he speaks at 4:30 p.m. as well. Can you imagine if he bans any future ULEZ zones? But the fact is that if Britain extinguished itself entirely tomorrow, then it would make next to no difference, really, to the world's carbon footprint. China and India are going to keep polluting. They don't care about what we do. And Rishi Sunak has said the quiet bit out loud today when it comes to the big green agenda. He admitted that politicians have not been honest about the cost-benefit analysis when it comes to net zero. This is a smart move from Rishi Sunak. Labour is funded in part by the Green lobby. They've got vested financial interests, so they won't budge. The Lib Dems won't budge. The SNP won't. The Greens obviously won't. He's broken ranks now. And I think he's drawn clear water between the Tories and the other parties. Will you vote for a party that wants to take net zero at a more responsible, manageable pace, or a party that is willing to let you financially suffer so they can virtue signal on the world stage? I know which one I prefer. Supposedly, some Tory MPs are revolting over this. Well, if that's true, then they are so thick that they don't deserve to be re-elected anyway. By and large, people do want to do their bit to make sure the planet doesn't die. But most people don't buy into this climate hysteria. Most people are sceptical of the Green lobby. Most people don't want to be poorer in order to hit a target, especially if the result of hitting that target will have minimal impact on global emissions. Let's just put this into context, OK? A British farmer driving a diesel tractor and having a gas boiler isn't killing the planet. China is. India is. It is not fair that that British farmer should be the one to disproportionately suffer. Now, I'm starting to figure out a bit why Keir Starmer has been so light on detail for so long. It's because his politics are actually quite unpopular, in my view. Votes for kids, I love Macron, cozying up to the EU, asylum seekers, tax the rich, tax. Well, if net zero gets scaled back and inflation keeps coming down and Starmer keeps revealing his true colours, then the Tories might just be back in the game.